Theatre is a live experience which engages the heart and the mind. I truly believe that you can go and watch a piece of theatre. It can be so deeply affecting to you that you can come out at the other side and be a different person. At its very best, it's transformational.
One, two, three, four.
Peace Show is an international movement based on a musical, and I did a local production of it with my youth theatre and the school. Just another school play, really, but loads of people came, including the writer, the musician who wrote the music, and one, Kathleen Tacchi-Morris. She herself was a dancer, she had her own dance company, and she was a very important person in the peace movement. They were so excited, they said, well, what about doing an international production? And I said, not so sure. However, Tacchi called me to a meeting to her house, started talking about herself, how she knew Pablo Picasso, etc., etc. And then I realized she was the real McCoy. So the inspiration for Peace Child, the person that convinced me it was an important thing to do, was Tacchi-Morris.
The day came when some 19 flights were met by hosts who had travelled to London at 5 in the morning.
So, welcome to England.
We had, for example, young people from Israel, Palestine, South Africa, Australia, Japan, and young people from Europe on both sides of the Iron Curtain, which was quite remarkable at the time.
The international cast were here for a month. They lived with the people at the school, and the school was taken over by the show, basically.
The cast, led by directors Stephen Helen Elliott and musical director Julian Breeze, rehearsed intensively for the following 2 weeks.
One of the things I was most proud of about the show was the idea of rewriting the beginning to include a sequence where everyone lit a candle in the name of peace. And the flame from this candle was brought to us by a young lady from Hiroshima who went to the mayor of Hiroshima and got a candle lit from the actual everlasting flame, which was lit from the ashes of Hiroshima by a young man who stayed behind in order to light this flame because he wanted the atrocity to be remembered forever. And that was the opening of the show.
I, Aoi Hara, from Hiroshima, Japan, bring this flame in the name of peace.
I, Naomi Gordon, from Israel.
Regina McFadden from Southern Ireland.
Helen Fitzpatrick from Northern Ireland.
Olga Papkowicz from the Soviet Union.
I, Rejoice Gaza from South Africa, take this flame in the name of peace.
It's one of the great things about the show was that they weren't told what to do. The whole point was that they were able to bring themselves and their own experiences and their own lives into it, and that's one of the things that made it so powerful. Raphael Lokwang, the Kenyan, brought his own warrior song from his own tribe, and that was part of the show. When he was singing this song as a warrior and then leapt into the air, it was absolutely spine-tingling.
It's we, the youth, who determines what the world of tomorrow will be.
We did 5 shows and all 3 locally, which sold out, went amazingly well. And then we went to London.
We report on the making of a remarkable musical with an international cast of young people. Heathfield Community School from Taunton was performing a musical called Peace Child.
Peace Child. Peace Child.
Peace Child.
Peace Child International.
In London's West End.
We had Prince Edward there, celebrities, the audience on their feet. It was just tremendous.
So the last evening ended up in a 6-minute standing ovation with the audience shouting for more. And it was a fitting climax to what was an amazing month.
We love you!
Peace Child has meant so much to me. I'm never going to forget it.
The best experience I've ever had.
We're going to miss each other.
I can't wait till we meet again.
But then that moment of realization that it was all over. After the show, we all came back. We had a kind of a party, a celebration. And I was at a loss at what to say. And I suddenly spotted the young girl from South Africa called Rejoice Gaza. And I asked her, would she sing a song that she'd sung earlier in the process work?
I just wish that peace is achieved in the world, in the entire world.
She sang this song and she raised her hand. And as she did so, the whole cast joined in one way or another. Apartheid still existed, and it was a very brave thing to do. And it was truly very moving, and I thought at that point, everything that we had done was worthwhile. The joy, the sense of oneness, of being one group, one world, one nation, peace. As she got on the plane, she came up to me and said, "Thank you for the very best week of my life. We will never meet again." Sorry. She said, "We'll never meet again." And I said, "Of course we will." And she said, "No, we will not." And that was the last time I saw her. The idea of building the Arts Centre originated from Tacchi, really. She asked myself and a few other people involved in the original production to be part of her trust. And her trust was set up to create a centre for peace through the performing arts. I had a phone call saying that she was in hospital and was dying. So I went to sit with her and I held her hand and she said, "Hello, dear, I knew you'd come." I leant over her and I said, "Tacchi, I promise you, I will build a theatre in your name." And at that point, the temperature in her body rose. I could feel it through her hands, and the nurse said, "She's going." And she died. I did feel a hell of a sense of responsibility. Standing in this very building, there was just a skeleton of a theatre, and I suddenly imagined what the possibilities might be.
Once it was here, it's just a wonderful resource to know that we could put on a school concert in here at the end of each term with the wonderful facilities. Quite an amazing thing to be able to be part of, I think.
An arts centre is a place for people to experience the power of the imagination, a place of creativity, a place of celebration of what it is to be human.
And it's the communities that we have, the education community, the community theatre, but also our volunteers who come together and make this all possible.
There's shows which aim to really challenge people's perceptions. There's a very strong musical element to Tacchi-Morris Arts Centre. So it's kind of got a very varied programme, and it's trying to appeal to every single person in the community.
The space is the Somerset Performing Arts Centre for Education, and the dream was to have a school for performing arts for 16 to 19-year-olds so that they could learn and experience everything that Tacchi-Morris could offer them, but also a course could offer them.
We allow our students to achieve their greatest potential rather than being teachers and then being students. We're their creative partners, so we're their directors, their choreographers, their technicians, their stage managers. So we are able to achieve great things and professional standards because we all work very hard towards achieving an end product that's the best that it can be.
Some of the biggest challenges this Tacchi-Morris Arts Centre has faced is to keep the community classes going, to add more community classes in a very difficult artistic climate.
Our partnership with people is a really exciting one. Our relationship with the Tacchi-Morris Arts Centre has led us to be able to meet and to work with Tim Elliott. Tim visited our campus and met our company members and delivered presentations to them explaining about the work of Partnership with People and the opportunities within the events industry. We're really excited to allow that opportunity to develop and to find new and exciting ways to work together and to collaborate.
We want to re-establish a really exciting youth theatre that is making productions that young people can get involved in, interesting pieces that are cutting edge. Kathleen Tacchi-Morris was a dancer, so we want to serve that legacy and ensure that we're bringing that work to Taunton, to Somerset for the local communities.
To see a young person go beyond what they thought they could do, what they did was they found a moment inside themselves where their imagination was completely switched on, totally present in that moment. And you can't put a price on that. That is being alive.
I think Tacchi would be very, very proud of everything that she could see here. She was someone who believed firmly in the arts as a force in education and also as a force to bring people together, to unify people tonight, today, every day, and it's been going on for the last 25 years.
Most importantly, we've kept true to the idea of what theatre can provide for young people. I sometimes used to say to people, there's an empty seat in the theatre. That seat is Tacchi's.
Every time I walk through the doors, I just think, well, here I am back at Tacchi-Morris. This is a place where things happen. This is a place where people get together to dance and to sing and to act and to enjoy the arts. And it's just a really, really important place for me, the people who work here, the community, everybody. Let's hope it's here for another 25 years.
Working on the Peace Child show was a phenomenal experience, and I hope that everybody has something like Peace Child in their lives.
I feel blessed that I had the opportunity that Peace Child has given me, and Peace Child has remained a presence throughout my life, not least because I met my future wife during that time. I urge the next generation to find the good in people, find common ground and shared values.
Everybody was so different, so interesting, so talented, and so friendly. Enjoy openness and globalization, and do not take it as a given.
It's never futile to pursue peace, to pursue your dreams, and to pursue protection of the planet.
I want to wish you all happiness. Thank you for all that you've done for us, and may your journey continue always.